Hello guys, my name is Ali and welcome back to IELTS Vocabulary Conquest. So today we'll be going through the next topic about advertisements. Alright, so tackling with this topic, we have our first question over here. So the first question you can see, how do you feel about advertisements? Technically, you just give out your feelings and the reason why. So for the first sample answer, I would have, I am sick and tired of them because the products usually don't match with the advertisements. However, there are still many ads, honest ads on TV or social media that could be helpful to the audience. So technically, still, one of the biggest mistakes is to repeat the words. You have to paraphrase or find a synonym of the word from the question. For example, advertisements, you can find like commercial. Right, so commercial is also has the same meaning with advertisements. So let's take a look at my other version for this type of question, okay? So let's see. Sometimes I'm sick and tired of them because the product quality is usually overrated. Nevertheless, there are still beneficial commercials which has informative contents for the customers, such as promotions and new product launches. So in this answer, I give you some technical terms to use in marketing as well as advertising. So the first terms I have is overrate. Overrate, which means that you overestimate, you give more credits for or more values for some for product which has undervalue about it. And the second one, nevertheless. Nevertheless has the same meaning with however, so try to diversify the way you use it. The next one is about commercial. Like I said, a synonym to replace the word advertisement. And okay, so the last, informative contents. Informative content is usually used in the marketing term as well, promotions and also product launch. Alright, so for the second question, the examiner would ask you this. Are there many advertisements in your country? How would you answer that? Let's take a look at the first example. Well, there's a lot. Seriously, it's hard to go anywhere without seeing or hearing product ads. It's quite obvious that the advertisers in my country aren't very good with making content. Okay, so technically, it has a good idea, to be honest, when you see advertisements are everywhere. And there's a fact that the companies in Vietnam cannot make really good commercials. So, however, you say like the advertiser aren't good with making content, but you have to be more specific. What kind of content? Is it like funny or persuasive or emotional content? All right. So let's take a look at another version I can fix for you guys here. So you can see, as a matter of fact, there are. You can see them all over the place from TV to social media platform with a high density. It doesn't help that the advertisers in my country aren't very good when it comes to making persuasive contents. Okay, so as you know that I use the word persuasive, so to be specific, what kind of contents they are not good at, all right? The second one, as a matter of fact, like I said, always use opening linking phrase to begin with your answer. As a matter of fact, which means like frankly speaking, honestly speaking, or as a fact. Second one, all over the place, which means everywhere, okay? A high density, which means something that is put together with the same one, like together in a place, which is like crowded. You can use the high density in population, but it could be used in this situation as well, okay? And the last but not least, the structure I use, it doesn't help that. It doesn't help that would go with a clause later. So it doesn't help that. It means that to show, how do I say? It is inevitable. It is obvious and it is clear to see a factor or a problem. More like an ironic voice when you talk about that. So it is obvious, it is inevitable that the advertiser in my country aren't good at making advertisements. Okay? Alright, so the last question for this kind of topic about advertisement is this one. So what are the various places where we see advertisements? So you can list out all of the places. So one of the example answer I have first for you here, let's take a look. Well, advertising is everywhere. It gets through people it gets to people through many types of communication, such as flyers and banners on the street, printed ones on magazines, newspapers, and social media. Okay, to be honest, is fair enough. The answer gets enough idea and details for the question. However, I would like to provide some more technical terms so you can advance your terminology in this one. Okay, so let's take a look at my advanced answer for this. I reckon we are exposed to them mostly through media platforms such as TV, newspaper, and the web. However, ads can take on physical forms. Sometimes it could be giant billboard, or sometimes it could be verbally passed on by someone who gets commissioned to promote a product. All right, so let's see some of the phrases. First, I use the word to be exposed to. So to be exposed to, it means someone or something is brought into contact with something else. So to be exposed to, which means that you are brought into contact with a lot of social media or advertisements. Next one I have, first you can see is take on. So take on, it means to perform. So when I say take on physical forms, which means advertisement, they can perform in another form from physically. Next, verbally. Verbally talks about the mouth, anything related to the mouth or the words. So verbally passed on, which is the information is passed on by words, by mouth of the people to people. So pass on, which means like you give other people the information that others give you first. All right, and the last one is commission. So commission is the money that you get when you, when you promote a product or when you buy a house, when you sell a house to someone. So you get the commission in the middle between two other people. Alright guys, so that's a wrap for our topic today about advertisement, which is quite interesting, isn't it? If you have any questions or other answers based on these 3 questions, feel free to comment below and have fun next time. I will see you in the next video. Bye!